Okay. So, I don't know if you have the paragraph. Here it says, she
Yes,
gazed at him.
yes, it's there. It's that one, Ines. Yes.
Okay. Have you all found it?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. A ver. So she gazed at him and she closed her eyes slowly. Funny, ain't it? All the time we was a moving and shoving. I never thought none. And now these here folks been nice to me, been awful nice. And what's the first thing I do? I go right back over the sad things. That night, Grandpa died and we buried him. You remember that the mother, yes, feels so overwhelmed by the kindness that she is offered at this place that she feels emotionally weak because she has been suffering so much that now that they treat her well, she feels overwhelmed. Yes.
She's moved by the
That's right.
situation.
She's moved. Yes. And so she remembers when the grandfather died. I was all full up of the road and bumping and moving, and it wasn't so bad. But now I come out here and it's worse now. And Grandma and Noah walking away like that. Yes, all the people they have lost.
Yes.
Walking away just down the river. Imagine, I mean, what should be, no, to have a son who disappears like that.
Yes, very
No?
sad.
Very sad.
It was very strange that they let him go. And
No, I mean, he
I mean,
told Tom and he disappeared.
Right.
They didn't know where he was now. When the
but
mother,
Tom did not run after him,
Tom tried to stop him and then he couldn't. And
but he left.
yes. Remember that Noah was a very strange person.
Yes, I know.
Yes. Well, so them things was part of all, and now they come a flocking back. Grandma a pauper and buried a pauper. You understand pauper, no?
Yes, pobre.
A pobre, sí. That's sharp now. That's awful sharp. And Noah walking away down the river. He don't know what's there. He just don't know. And we don't know. We ain't never gonna know if he's alive or dead. Never gonna know. And Connie sneaking away also. Yes, Connie sneaking away because Connie escaped. He didn't tell anybody. He
But,
simply...
they didn't care about Connie. They didn't like him, no?
Well, yes, but the way he left the group was
Yes.
very, very disgusting because he didn't tell anybody and the poor girl was there, yes,
Yes,
alone.
and also her mom's daughter is suffering because of him.
Of course, of course. So I didn't give them brain room before. Yes, this expression is very nice. I didn't give them brain room before. No les di lugar en mi cabeza, ¿no? No les di un espacio en mi cabeza. But now they are flocking back. And I ought to be glad because we are in a nice place. I can remember how the mountains was sharp as old teeth beside the river where Noah walked. I can remember how the stubble was on the ground where Grandpa lies. I can remember the chopping block back home with a feather caught on it, all crisscrossed with cuts and black with chicken blood. Pa's voice took on her tone. I seen the ducks today, he said, wedging south, high up. Seems like they are awful dinky, and I seen the blackbirds a setting on the wires, and the doves was on the fences. So you see the beauty of nature and the memories they had from their old house also come back. Then she says, I wished I wouldn't think how it is home. It ain't our home no more. Wished I'd forget. And Noah. He wasn't ever right. I mean, well, it was my fault. Oh, again, you know, the family story, yes, that it was the father's fault that Noah was born with certain defect. I told you never to say that. Wouldn't have lived at all, maybe, but I should have known more. Now stop, said Ma. Noah was strange. Maybe he'll have a nice time by the river. Maybe it's better so. We can't do no worrying. This here is a nice place, and maybe you'll get work right off. Pa pointed at the sky. Look, more ducks, big bunch. And Ma, winter's coming early. She chuckled. These things you do, and you don't know why. Well, Uncle John joined them. He squatted down in front of Ma. We didn't get nowheres, he said. Just run around. Say, Al wants to see you. Says he got to get a tire. Only one layer of cloth left. Yes, so Al always getting ready with the car, and there is a problem with the tires. So Uncle John picked a stone from the ground and dropped it from his palm and picked it up again. He did not look at Ma. They ain't no work. So the problem now is that the place is very nice and they are happy there, but there isn't work. Well, Tom must have got work. He ain't been back. Uncle John suggested. Maybe he went away, like Connie or like Noah. Poor mother. Uncle John is always very positive. Qué tipo negativo, Dios mío. Well, Ma pulls herself together. John, you go find Pa. Get to the store. I want beans and sugar and a piece of frying meat and carrots, and tell Pa to get something nice. Anything but nice for tonight. Tonight we'll have something nice. So this was the beginning of their period at this place where they have a good time, sorry. Chapter 23, in connection with the context, yes, is also very interesting. I sent you something about style, yes, how Steinbeck uses certain things like repetition, yes. The migrant people scuttling for work, scrabbling to live. Yes, interesting. He's very poetic in his writing. Looked always for pleasure, dug for pleasure, manufactured pleasure, and they were hungry for amusement. So this chapter will prepare us for the dance party that they will have on Saturday. You remember we talked about that?
Yes.
It says sometimes, and this is interesting for us, no? In the second sentence, sometimes amusement lay in speech, and they climbed up their lives with jokes, and it came about in the camps along the roads, on the ditch banks beside the streams, under the sycamores, that the storyteller grew into being. Yes, so again, this idea that we also saw in medieval times, yes, the storyteller, the one who goes from one place to the other telling stories.
Yes, like a trovador in Spain.
Yes, exactly.
The trovador sang, but that people, many people didn't know how to read.
Of course.
The teller is very important.
Yes, a very important function, no, in reproducing history and culture.
Yes.
So it says, and they listened while the tales were told, and their participation made the stories great. Yes. So and he here Steinbeck reproduces what some storytellers said. No, I was a recruit against Geronimo, etc. And the people listened and remembered. No, so how these stories were important. And then again, and the people listened and their faces were quiet with listening. The storytellers gathering attention into their tales, spoke in great rhythms, spoke in great words, because the tales were great and the listeners became great through them.
Mm. Nice.
Uh,
And the rhythm is important, the rhythm in the storytellers for memorizing the text.
yes, because memory takes a great part in the memory of the people, the memory of the culture, yes? How they come. Well, many songs that we remember come from very old times, like I don't know, como ese Mambrú se fue a la guerra, o yo qué sé, la
El
farolera
puente de
tropezó.
Aviñón.
El
Yeah.
Puente de Aviñón, all those very old songs come from medieval times. Yes, and
Yes.
they have stayed. Well, so there is a reproduction of one of the stories, and the reaction of the people, and the people nodded. And perhaps the fire spurted a little light and showed their eyes looking in on themselves. Very interesting too, no? How their eyes are looking into themselves, no? They look inside them, yes, when they listen to the stories. Against the sun with his arms out, and he looked big as God. And perhaps
Inés, the sun with his arms out, with the rays, no, beautiful.
it is beautiful, yes. He writes, Steinbeck is a very, very poetic writer, yes. And perhaps a man balanced 20 cents between food and pleasure, and he went to a movie in Marysville or Tulare, in Ceres or Mountain View, and he came back to the ditch camp with his memory crowded. Yes, because he watched a film or many films, because in the past they showed more than one. So,
Three.
yes, yes. Continuado le decían acá, ¿no? Cuando yo era chica.
Mhm.
Well, and they was this rich fellow, and he made like he's poor, and the story, no? He was a rich fellow, he pretended to be poor, no? The traditional story of a love story, no? Well, and then in the next section, and always, if he had a little money, a man could get drunk. So that's another kind of entertainment. The hard edge is gone and the warmth. Then there was no loneliness, for a man could people his brain with his friends, and he could find his enemies and destroy them. Yes, so in the drunkenness, a man could people his brain with friends. That is a fantastic line, no? Impossible to translate, but to people your brain with friends, with memories, and destroy your enemies simply in your mind. And then in the same paragraph, but later on, it says, and the stars down so close, and sadness and pleasure so close together, really the same thing, like to stay drunk all the time. Again, no, the beautiful line. Who says it's bad? Who dares to say it's bad? Preachers. But they got their own kind of drunkenness. So the ones who didn't like, I mean, to drink, or who criticized drinking, no? And he mentions barren women, siempre las viejas solteronas, siempre la ligan, reformers. No, the stars are close and dear, and I have joined the brotherhood of the worlds, and everything's holy, everything, even me. Beautiful. And then something else that they
And
used to.
then also the narrator saying, and I,
I,
because
yes.
so far we I don't remember if he has ever said I
No, because
in
he
the
is
book.
placing himself in the character of the storyteller, or the man who
Right.
gets drunk, yes. And then music, another thing that they carried from, and this, you remember we said that even Roosevelt's wife Eleanor Roosevelt, mentioned this question that the people from Oklahoma brought their culture, their music, yes, to California. A harmonica is easy to carry. Take it out of your hip pocket, knock it against your palm to shake out the dirt, and pocket fuzz and bits of tobacco. Now it's ready. You can do anything with a harmonica. Thin, reedy single tone or chords, or melody with rhythm chords. You can mold the music with curved hands, making it wail and cry like bagpipes, making it full round like an organ, making it as sharp and bitter as the reed pipes of the hills. No, and you can play and put it back in your pocket. So that's why the harmonica is so, practical, so useful. A guitar, in the next paragraph, a guitar is more precious. Must learn this thing. No, you need to study the guitar.
Yes,
And
people say that it is an easy instrument, but it is not.
no, it isn't. I tried to learn once and I couldn't. So
Yes, me too.
it isn't easy, at least for me.
No, I think it is the hardest instrument.
Yes, because you have
Really?
to be
Yes.
very, very,
For me,
good with your fingers and the movement, no?
I thought that playing the piano was the most difficult thing. You need a lot of you need a lot of coordination. I mean, I started playing once, I tried, and one hand was okay alone, the other hand was okay alone, but the two of them together was impossible.
yes.
Then I said, no, this is not for me. And I felt so sorry that I knew I would never make it.
Well,
Yes.
I
You have
was
to
sent to
study a
piano.
lot.
Sorry, Malena?
You have to study a lot for
Yes, you
guitar.
need to study a lot. Yes. My
Piano.
mother sent me to piano lessons when I was a girl, but the teacher told her, don't waste your money. This girl will never learn.
You know, my sister and me, we studied piano, but my father, who played the piano, suffered a lot when he heard us playing.
Yes. So we were discarded. Yes, my sister continued and she played, but I was rejected by the teacher.
Right from the start.
Right from yes. No, I
But
tried.
you are born with it.
Yes.
Either you are born or you are
Yes,
doomed.
it
I
was
mean,
not for me. No.
I'm the second case. Yes.
Well, the next one is this was my father's box. Yes. And I think I sent you a picture of a box, what they call a box, no? Wasn't no bigger than a bag first time he gave me C chord. And when I learned as good as him, he hardly never played no more. Yes. Because it isn't easy either, this box, what they call the box. The fiddle is rare, hard to learn, no frets, no teacher. Yes, the fiddle, el violín.
Yes.
I think the violin is the most difficult instrument. I don't know. What do you think, Malena? The violin.
Maybe all the chords instruments are difficult,
Yes.
in my opinion.
Yes.
Maybe violin is the word.
Yes.
Is very hard because you have to find the note, the sound.
Yes, it is very difficult. And well, that's why it says here the fiddle is rare, unique,
Yes.
hard to learn. No frets, no teeth.
And you get a stiff neck. I wonder how
Yes.
they survive.
Yes.
I only
and
want
then,
to say something. This is very technical, but when they say give me C chord,
yes,
they're talking about the C is do, the note.
el do.
Yes, this is for establishing the tone in which the song is
Play.
played.
Mhm. Yes. Yes, no, that's why it says, well, imagine it's a difficult instrument too. Mhm.
Yes.
Shrill as a wind, the fiddle, quick and nervous and shrill. And it is, I mean, this description is very good, no? Because when you listen to the fiddle, to the violin, it's quick and nervous and shrill. Yes, it is. I mean,
Acute sound, no?
yes,
Acute.
yes. So these three in the evening, harmonic and fiddle and guitar, imagine they started playing when they were in these camps. Playing a reel and tapping out the tune, and the big deep strings of the guitar beating like a heart, and the harmonica's sharp chords, and the skirl and squeal of the fiddle. People have to move close. They can't help it. No? Chicken